what is going on? Happy Monday, or, you know, whenever you happen to be watching this video. I am Deborah with Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is our daily reading for Purusha Intuitive. What? The channel for all things natural healing, health, wellness. We do some fun, esoteric divination like tarot, astrology. We'll do some energy healing, all that fun stuff. And we'll talk about how to keep ourselves healthy and well, because that's what makes us happy. That's what makes us live our best life, right? So, these cards, excuse me, have been all over the place. Let's see what's up. Oh, rebirth. I love that. That's dope, guys. Can you see that? So, these are collective readings. There's a lot going on astrologically, a lot of shifts happening. We are stepping more into ourselves, into alignment with who we are. If we are being proactive in our life, if we are kind of like learning our lessons, keeping our eyes open, etc., things are coming through. And I love that that rebirth card popped out. So we'll see what is the energy for today. Oh, boom, shakalaka. You guys saw, right? I totally shuffled like a lot. So that's just spirit confirmation and legit, no lie. I was doing a video beforehand that I messed up, so I had to restart, right? And that card fell out as well. So the reason I stopped it was because I couldn't read it. I think the camera wasn't focusing, so I had trouble reading it backwards or mirrored. So that's cool. So, okay. This is a general reading for the collective conscious, where we're at. We're doing this reading for Monday, November 28th, but just know it's timeless. If it resonates with you, if the message resonates with you, wherever you're at, whatever you're going through, etc., then it means that this message is meant for you. So I hope you find value. If not, no worries, no pressure. Just ask for that message from spirit, right? Because we are evolving. We are growing. We're connecting more. I love this. We're connecting more with our heart. This is heart chakra. This is our crown chakra. The heart is obviously with love, with emotion, how we're integrating into life. And that's exactly what this year has forced us to do collectively. Is 2020 obviously was a shit show. So it brought up a lot of stuff, and it forced us to look at our lives, look at ourselves, look at the choices that we were making, and then make some adjustments, you know, if it was too much or not in alignment with what we wanted. And it's not easy energy at all. But what I love is this is just confirmation that the rebirth is happening, and we're actually seeing, we are sensing, we're feeling through that crown chakra. That's like our intuition, our knowing, our connection with spirit world, etc. And we can feel it, right? We can feel it in our heart and in our soul. And from this is coming that empowerment. This is our solar plexus. So that's how we build our power. This rebirth is forcing us to see our worth, see our value. This is the overarching energy, and this is touching on a lot of different areas, you know, within your life. And I think that it's forcing you to kind of look at things, you know, in this way that it's like, am I empowering myself with the choices that I'm making? Interacting with this individual, choosing this career, working in this environment, you know, feeding myself with whatever external stimuli. Is this really the highest and best? And we do have to reflect. But I love that this is shown as a butterfly, you know, the beautiful metaphor for metamorphosis is what I was going to say. A little redundant, I know, you know. But we're getting to this space by grounding a little bit more into our being. I love this deck. It's so beautiful. Because it talks about how, okay, right? So in the practical world, we can feel that we want to make these changes, we can think about them, we can dream about them, etc. But then we actually have to make steps in order to bring those things in, right? That is the practical manifestation. That is us grounding into who we are. And I feel like part of this journey has been about reflecting about what you want, what works for you, what serves you. And today specifically, it's taking time to look at that, to look into that. And make whatever adjustments need. Yeah, there we go. It's double confirmation. This is all about that change, that transition. You know, the death card in the tarot is all about rebirth. It's the story of the phoenix. And where you are at in this present moment is, ooh, that's intense. This is, you know, I feel twofold, right? Because anytime, and I was hearing this as we were talking about like the overarching energy, like anytime we make choices to make different habits, patterns, choose different people, places, and things, leave behind the things that are toxic, that aren't serving, etc. You know, it comes with its blessings and its curses. Because oftentimes spirit will test us to make sure that we're not going to continually make the same choices, right? And that's that part of us that I feel like, you know, you're kind of dealing, this to me is a lot about rising above. That's what I'm hearing through this, because I feel like, A, you're being forced to look at yourself, look at the changes that you want to make. The devil can often mean the things that tie us or bind us, the things that hold us down. It's that dead weight, you know, that we really don't need to have in our life. And that's because, you know, sometimes, I don't know, this is like baby energy. So Page of Cups is when we are, you know, there's intention, there's desire, but it's still kind of a very immature energy of, you know, there's still wisdom that this person needs to gain, insight, etc. And so I feel like you're being shown that for yourself. But what I like about your energy is you're coming back at it from an empowered way, right? You're reflecting, okay, like, so I know I have some changes to make. It might not feel great, but I want to do it because it's important to me, right? We all want to live like our best life. We all want to be abundant. We all want to be happy. So how do we get to that space, especially with this situation that you're dealing with? Because, you know, unfortunately, like I said, the devil's not an easy energy to deal with. This is pretty intense, guys, right? So you could be dealing with a very toxic person, toxic situation. Yeah, you know, they care. There's intention there, but it's not really in alignment with what you are trying to bring into your life. And, you know, it's painful. I feel like sometimes we can get trapped in that pain. Something is coming out today that's triggering you. And it comes through, this energy is about, you know, like I said, someone kind of playing dirty, someone not being fair, you know, maybe thinking that they're better than what they truly are, thinking that they're more loving, more kind, more empathetic. But the way that you're showing up is saying not so much, you know. But I love that because this is a really powerful vibe. It sucks, right? It sucks. But The Queen of Wands to me is like a very secure, confident, you know, individual. And even though this might not be working out how you wanted it to or what you anticipated, and it's painful, you're still showing up as someone who's able to work with what they're given and rise above. I keep getting this vibe of like, you know, like you're almost separating yourself from the BS, from the stuff that you don't want to deal with, and that's making you more magnetic and more powerful and bringing you what you want, you know? I think that, you know, this really truly reminds me of sometimes we think we want something, right? And sometimes Spirit, Universe, God, however you understand that, shows us like, hey, there's actually something way better, way more in alignment with you. And then we start to see the cracks, right, in whatever situation we're dealing with. And yeah, maybe it is something that we wanted. Maybe there was connection there, and it did break our heart to have to separate, you know, to kind of like I was saying, to reflect on where we find our power and what steps, we're gonna make in order to get there, you know? Because I think that this, you know, this energy that you're dealing with, it's like trying to push things ahead too quickly. It's not being patient. It's not sitting and waiting on things. Or it's the reverse. It's almost like waiting too long, you know? Well, we'll just see. We'll just see. You know, well, sometimes not making a choice is actually making a choice, right? Waiting, holding, indecision. You know, and for you, I think it kind of sucks because you're kind of put in, you know, it's like a holding pattern is how I hear it. Like you're not able to do what you need to do because you kind of keep getting pushed down, pushed down, pushed down. That's that energy of the devil. And it's because it's hard for this person too, right? It's obviously bringing conflict, bringing fights, arguments, and neither party wants to budge, you know? And that's not good, bad, right, or wrong. I mean, obviously what you're dealing with feels a little bit low vibey, I'm not gonna lie. No shade to anyone. Yeah. King of Cups energy. So to me, this is like King of Cups. The story is he's someone, yes, who might have like a lot of emotion, a lot of feeling, but he knows how to ride the waves, right, of the up and down. And that's basically someone who cannot handle, you know, their feelings. Like they're kind of all over the place, and they might be being a little bit shitty to you. And I'm sorry if that's happening because that's never fun to be in. This person is very stubborn. This is a very hard energy to deal with. And honestly, the more that you try to like work it out, you know, here's a, like, you know, it's kind of this value of like when we're heartbroken, we try to find ways to heal it, to make amends, to get that other person to understand us, etc. And it's saying that the more you try to get this person, place, or thing to understand or fit into, you know, your like, sorry, what is it? The square peg into the round hole. I didn't want it to come out all longer. Because this individual is stubborn, they're not trying to move, and so therefore it feels like a lot of wasted energy, and maybe you're coming into some realization around that. This person is not aware. I feel like the only way that they learn is through feeling left out. You know, I mean, unfortunately, it's like, it's almost like you need to just leave them alone, and that's how they learn. Like, that's how they self-reflect. That's how they see, oh, maybe there's an issue. Not by you telling them. They don't want to hear it, right? They don't want to hear one thing, especially if they like struggle to kind of control their emotions and their feelings. They don't really want to hear what you have to say. But it's basically saying you have to self-protect. And I feel like you have to put energy into what you are building and growing. The more you try, like I was just saying, the more you try to force this situation to resolve or work, the harder it's going to be. And I feel like it shows that, you know, as you proceed on, that will become more and more evident. Because like I said, this person isn't trying to do anything different, right? They're not really trying to like heal or grow or evolve. They're pretty comfortable with where they're at, you know? And it feels like for you, you're like, hey, it doesn't always have to feel like this, right? It doesn't have to be a bad thing. And honestly, like I said, you're coming into your own in a way that's very beautiful and very empowering, which I love for you. Yeah, and I think, you know, so this is the 11th house. It's ruled by Uranus and Aquarius. And that is, I think it's a pretty beautiful confirmation, because it is more of a rebellious energy. It's a revolutionary. It's someone who's able to kind of like expand their horizons, you know, break out of the norms, march to the beat of their own drum. They're not really looking or listening to anyone. You know, it's almost like, I'm gonna do my own thing, you know, thank you for your opinion, your thoughts, etc., but I still gotta do my own thing. And I think for you, a lot of it is about settling into where you belong. Where this person is more kind of focused on the tangible, there's a lot of pentacles which show up, which are, they deal with our material world, our money, finances, you know, the tangible things. And that's exactly where this person is. They might really be struggling in their career or have had a career change. So the bulk of the attention is going on that, as opposed to, you know, like I said, kind of healing the dynamics of the relationship. It's, you know, they're still very much in this devil energy, not being able to control themselves, you know, or kind of like rise above is what I keep hearing. Yeah, there's a lot of duality with this person, and they're not finding their balance. You actually are very aware of the you know, the intentions that you're setting, where you're going, right? The plans that you're making and how you're going to get there. And I think both of you, you know, it's going to be better, like I said, to maybe spend some time to separate a little bit, focus on your own endeavors, because it's not really connecting. It's not cohesive. And it looks to me like it really actually disempowers both parties when you keep trying. It's, you know, it's like hitting your head against the wall. Because there's just not flexibility in this situation right now. So I hope this helps. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. You know, definitely make sure to give a double thumbs up, share, subscribe. If you're interested in some personal services, all that is in the description box below. So thank you for all the love and support. Wishing you lots of love and blessings with whatever you're navigating through. Definitely tune in. I drop daily content and everything wellness, everything intuitive, mind, body, soul healing, baby. All right, lots of love.